Social Science, LBA Lesson Based Assessment, 7th Class Part 1, History Chapter 2.3, Geographical Explorations. The main reasons for the geographical discoveries and pace of the sea voyage, the global impact and the discoveries and the route of the sea voyages on the world map. Question answers are useful for CTET, CTET and other competitive examinations. Let's begin with the first MCQs. Who was the first to undertake an adventurous activity like a sea voyage? Our options are here: Portuguese, French, Dutch and English. Our right option is first one, A, Portuguese. Next, second, the Portuguese Prince Henry was famous for opening a naval academy. Options are here: Henry the Prince, the King, Henry the King, and Henry the Navigator, and the Henry the Warrior. The question is Henry was famous. So right option is here B, Henry the Navigator. Next question 3. The King John II named the southern tip of Africa as Madai's voyage, gave him confidence for the next voyage. Our options are here: Cape of the Hope, Cape of the Storms, and Cape of the Storms. Again, the Cape of the Good Hope. Our options are here A, B, C, and D. Our right option is here. The both P and S are correct. Next question number 4. Who was the Portuguese navigator who discovered the gateway to India? Options are here: A, Vasco da Gama, and Christopher Columbus, and Ferdinand Magellan, and Bartholomew Dias. Our right option is here, the first one, A, Vasco da Gama. Next question 5. Vasco da Gama, who fulfilled the dream of Prince Henry, was a sailor of a country. Options are here: Portuguese, France, Netherlands, and England. Our right option is A, he is a Portuguese. Next question number 6. A sailor who set sail to find a sea route to India and discovered Bahamas instead of India. Options are here: Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan, and Christopher Columbus, and Bartholomew Dias. Our right option is here B, Christopher Columbus. Next question number 7. He is credited with being the first to circumnavigate the globe. Options are here: Amerigo Vespucci, and Ferdinand Magellan, and Christopher Columbus, and Cabral. Our right option is C here, Ferdinand Magellan. Next, B, fill in the blanks below with the appropriate answers. 8. Prince Harry of Portugal was the founder of the school called Sagres School of Navigation. Next question 9. The year Vasco da Gama discovered the gateway to India was 1498. Next 10. Vasco da Gama actually landed at Kapad near Kozhikode, Calicut. Next 11. The Portuguese sailor who first reached the tip of the south of Africa was Bartholomew Dias. Now match the following: A column to B column: Vasco da Gama, Calicut; Christopher Columbus, Bahamas; and Cabral, Brazil; and Amerigo Vespucci, America; and Ferdinand Magellan, the first sailors to circumnavigate the globe; Bartholomew Dias, the southern tip of the South Africa. Next, question number D. Answer the following questions in one word or sentence. 13. Who started the School of Navigation with the aim of encouraging the seafaring? Answer is the Prince Henry, the famously known as Navigator of Portugal. Next, 14. What did the Bartholomew call the tip of South Africa, Cape of Storms? Next, 15. What was the country of the navigator Christopher Columbus? Is Spain, Spanish guy. Yeah. Next, 16. What did Christopher Columbus call the native inhabitants of America? Red Indians. Next, 17. Who was the navigator who discovered Brazil in South America? Pedro Alvarez Cabral. Next, 18. What was the first ship to circumnavigate of the globe? Is Victoria. Next, question number 19. To which countries was the Portuguese Prince Henry's life ambition to found sea route? India and China. Next, question E. Answer the following questions in 2 or 3 sentences. 20. What are geographical discoveries? Answer the geographical discoveries refer to process of exploration and identification of new lands, seas, and cultures, often involving the documentation of geographical features, flora, fauna, and indigenous population. These discoveries have significantly shaped global history, economics, and culture. They were a key aspects of European exploration during the age of discovery. Next, question number 21. What were the goods of the India that were in demand in Europe? Answer: goods from the India that were highly demanded in Europe included spices, textiles, and precious stones. The spice trade, particularly in pepper, cinnamon, cloves, drove much of the exploration and trade between the Europe and Asia during the age of discovery. Next, question number 22. Which countries did the Europeans enslave the natives of? Answer: the Europeans enslaved natives in various countries, including those in Americas, Africa, and Asia. The transatlantic slave trade forcibly brought millions of Africans to the America, while indigenous peoples in America were subjected to forced labor and exploitation by European colonizers. Next, question number 23. What is the colonization? Colonization is a process of establishing control over a foreign territory, often involving the settlement of the people from the colonizing country and the exploitation of the colonized regions' resources. Colonization has had a profound and lasting impact on the indigenous cultures, economics, and population worldwide. Next question. Answer the following questions in 4 or 5 sentences. 24. What were the factors that led to geographical exploration? Answer: the geographical exploration was derived by several key factors, including the desire for the wealth and resources, technological advancements in navigation and shipbuilding, and the quest for the new trade routes. European powers sought to tap into the lucrative spices trade with Asia while also spreading Christianity. and expanding their empires. The Renaissance sparked curiosity about the world, fueling exploration. Additionally, monarchs and merchants sought to bypass traditional overland trade routes, which were often controlled by rival powers. Next question number 25. What were the consequences of the geographical exploration? Geographical exploration had profound consequences, including the establishment of new trade routes, transfer of goods and ideas between cultures, and the colonization of new land. European powers were exploited newly discovered resources and people, often leading to devastating consequences for indigenous population. The exploration also led to the transfer of plants, animals, and diseases across the globe, transforming ecosystem and societies. Furthermore, it laid the groundwork for the globalization and the modern world economy. Next question number, write a note on Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese explorer who pioneered sea route from Europe to India in 1498. Born around 1460 in Senais, Portugal, da Gama's voyage marked the beginning of the new era. Global trade and imperialism. He successfully navigated the Cape of Good Hope and established the trade relations with the ruler of Kozhikode, Calcutta, in India. Da Gama's discovery opened up the Indian spice trade to the Portuguese treaty, boosting their economy. He later became the governor of Portuguese India and was ennobled as a Count of Vadiguria. Next, to Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was an Italian explorer who led 4 voyages across the Atlantic Ocean, sponsored by the Catholic monarch of Spain. Born in Geneva, Italy, and around 1451, Columbus sought a new route to Asia, but instead of landed in the Caribbean and encountering indigenous people. His voyages marked the beginning of European exploration and colonization of the Americas. Columbus's discoveries had profound impact on the world history, shaping the modern map of the America and influencing global politics, economies, and cultures. Next, 3. Ferdinand Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan was a Portuguese explorer who led the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe in 1519 to 1522. Sponsored by Spain, Magellan aimed to reach the Spice Islands of Indonesia by sailing west. He navigated through treacherous strait at the tip of the South America, now named the Strait of Magellan, and crossed the Pacific Ocean. Although Magellan was killed in the Philippines in 1521, his voyage proved that the earth could be circumnavigated, expanding European understanding of the world. Jean Sebastian Elcano completed the journey, becoming the first person to navigate the globe.